Osman Ghazi. Travel back 700 years to a fantasy Earth. The world is a gritty, dangerous place. The papacy is challenged by an anti-pope. The papal disbanded Templars recede into memory, and the Teutonic Order seems to be consuming magic, secularizing and growing in power. Two emperors battle within the Holy Roman Empire, and Hungary is at its height, but is being torn apart by a civil war. As they all fight amongst themselves, I expand rapidly and consume everything. The adventurers that call themselves the Champions of the Sun discovered that I am a vampire. Now they are trying to create a powerful weapon to destroy me. They will never succeed. While many have walked with these self-proclaimed champions, these are the present adventurers.
Only a city as grand, beautiful and powerful as Genoa could bear a man of my talent. Me? I am Naldo Renzi, treasure hunter, adventurer, master swordsman, and lover. In my journeys, I have learned of the adventures of the Champions of the Sun. They are just who I am looking for to assist me in the retrieval of the rare artifacts I seek, and heaven knows they could use my help in whatever they are up to.
I am Baldur, a Norseman, a soldier, and an eldritch knight. I left my home to leave politics behind, only to be dogged by it across Europe. I first met the Champions of the Sun outside a small town in Hungary. Together, we battled Ottoman raiders and vampires. The Champions gave me purpose again, and where it takes me, I know not, but I know I want to be a part of it.
I am Kip Caelan, Ranger of the North, and I am lost. Hailing all the way from Garin in Scotland, I have faced great tragedy, losing all those dear to me. I am haunted by that fateful night, and what was taken from me. I face defeat at every turn, attempting to enact revenge on those that did this to us. And when all my strength, resources, and allies, save for my trusted wolf Lycoa, was depleted, I stumbled upon the Champions of the Sun at the Battle of Sukkot. I decided to ally myself with these seemingly capable and worthy adventurers to aid me in putting the lost to rest. It is what she would want, or so she seems to indicate.
I am Bilela. I hail from far-off Ethiopia. With no brothers, my noble father indulged my obsession with self-defense. On business in Rome, my family was accosted, but my skills enabled me to defeat our attackers. My desire to fight crime fueled. In my travels, I made a powerful enemy who may now pursue me. Near the Drusistine, I met a stoic knight and the Champions of the Sun. Now, in a strange land, I hope they can help me deliver justice to criminals, or death.
In these dark times, the dead rise and strike fear and feed on the living. I am Baron Andre Franz Hellwing II. I am dedicated to unlocking the forbidden secrets of life and death. Through science and God, I strive to make the dead stay dead. Many fear what they do not understand, the raw materials of the flesh.
I am Matthias, of the House of Bathory, Knight Baron of Carpathia. With my traveling companion, Ambria, I was dragged into a whirlwind path by a rogue monk. But those I have met since then have earned my respect, and, more importantly, my trust.
If you meet one who claims to be a champion of the sun, tell me their whereabouts. Better yet, kill them on sight. I will reward you handsomely. Welcome to Seven-Sided Dice Carpathian
Welcome, I'm Tom. Thank you for joining us. We're a group of gamers who get together in real life to play Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for joining us. If you have, some of us are in the military, some are in construction, still others are retail managers, a few are in IT, we're parents, students, etc. So we do this strictly for fun. We hope you enjoy it nonetheless. There were quite a few thank yous in our open except one. We'd like to thank you, our Twitch, Facebook followers, and our YouTube subscribers. Thank you for joining us. If you have not already, please follow on Twitch and Kick. Please like on YouTube and Facebook, and please subscribe on YouTube. If during the stream you follow on Twitch, or if you subscribe on YouTube, your username will pop up on the screen. To all of our followers and subscribers, thank you. Excuse me. What happened the last session? The party ventured to a fantasy version of Amsterdam and met a Fabio-like character named Vaditas van Dracunis, who lived in a, who lived in a huge tower called the Dracunis Term. Vaditas was refining bitumen and sending it to the Teutons to power what he said were, we're having a little bit of a trouble here, to power what he said were mechanizations. He also wore a black dragon crystal that the party needs to create a powerful weapon. Vaditas had previously killed the party's friend and wizard, Zymon. So the party used a massive amount of Vaditas's volatile refined bitumen and one of his anti-magic devices to destroy the colossal Dracunis Term. As the base of the tower exploded, the structure collapsed and the dust and debris blasted the length of the long underground tunnel that led to the Dracunis Term and then back to the Vaditas's bitumen refinery. Where are we here? There we go. During the tower's descent, Vaditas, who was in the tower, teleported with two of his giant brain beasts from a floor several hundred feet up to the room where the teleportation circle in his bitumen refinery, where the party was waiting. Now face to face with the party, Vaditas van Dracunis monologued. Then a battle ensued. With a massive arcing lightning bolt, Balder blasted Vaditas and the brain beasts, instantly killing the walking brains. The battle with Vaditas swung back and forth and Mattias went down. But Galela struck home with the killing blow, a massive magical kick that sent Vaditas flying across the room. Investigating Vaditas's body, Balder took his black dragon crystal. The Baron went through the teleportation circle and found himself in a compressed space in the rubble of the tower. Rolling out of the circle and then back in, he returned to the party. And departing the refinery, the party was witness to the aftermath of the tower's destruction. Even as the dust and light debris continued to fall and cover the surface and the characters, leaving them just completely obscured with a gray dust, the party climbed up and onto the debris mound. Atop the rubble, they searched the debris for their dead friend's book, Simon's tome. Kip, using his magical eye, located it about 20 feet below, but buried in the rubble. The Baron animated some who died in the tower's collapse, and he had them help remove debris to dig down to the book. The party helped, and as they did, they exposed an open space and a nest of more walking brains with spindly ochre legs came climbing out. The brain beasts attacked. The party quickly defeated them and found Simon's tome in the open space in the debris mound, among a lot of other broken and crushed items they found under the debris. While on the mound, a dark-winged creature flew overhead. The party found themselves face to face with a black dragon named Dracunus. The dragon said he had lived in the tower and wanted his recompense for the loss of his home. He said there was something pretending to be a red dragon flying from southern France to Paris. Dracunus wanted it terminated with extreme prejudice, if you will. The party agreed. The black dragon gave the party a stone that the party may tell him when the deed is complete. Before departing the area, the party then briefly visited Galela's CIAI headquarters in the city. However, they weren't really sure what they were looking for. Also, Naldo visited a contact he had at an antique store. He learned that the Ottomans are sending a delegation to Paris in an effort to form an alliance with France. With such, the Holy Roman Empire might be forced to disperse their forces to the east to face the Ottoman threat and to the west to face a French threat. Since an alliance cannot be formed by marriage between the Ottomans and France, the Ottomans plan to give the French 2 shards of the True Cross. In exchange, the French plan to give the Ottomans the saber of Fakhr ad-Din, taken at the Battle of Montserrat. Exiting the fortified section of the city, the party completed a long rest, a much-needed long rest, in the cemetery where they met the Baron. While there, they put Simon's remains on a cart pulled by 2 undead, said their final goodbyes to their friend, and sent him south to Borinth in the Badenweiler. Their compatriot would then transmit Simon's remains to his family in Zaragoza. Before they departed, the Baron told the party how to kill him if he turned into a vampire. In search of a shaft for the Tour de Dimon, possibly some means to combine the parts, the party then left the rainy fantasy Amsterdam for the swampy graveyard in which they met the Baron. Their endeavors done, or mostly done, in Amsterdam, the party then left and headed west. Welcome back, champions of the sun. I wish you good times, great rolls, and happy adventuring.
All right.
I like the elbow root. That's great. That's how it should be all the time.
Ooh, Galela, sorry about that. You've been booted for
It's
elbow.
not you, it's just elbows.
You've been booted for elbow
I got
run.
leg space for a change.
And Ryan, yep, you've been booted too for leg space.
Right.
There you go. Okay.
Small sacrifices.
Hey, for comfort.
Bear with me one sec.
Baron was turned. Salt around the Baron.
So no, that's so if
I didn't take notes on that.
so
If
if the
anybody
Baron
becomes a
drops,
vampire.
like if he dies,
Yeah, dead.
right?
Although-
if you put salt around,
Yeah.
and if he comes back to life, if he cannot cross the salt,
Right,
he's a
okay.
vampire.
Okay, yeah,
If he can cross the salt, that means that
He's something else.
he has prepared him. He's been preparing himself over time to be able to
He's not a
feed
vampire.
off
If
it.
he can't
So
cross the
basically,
salt, kill him again. All right.
if he was to be turned by a vampire, he may not come back completely as a vampire.
Is it like sea salt, Morton salt, any like Morton?
Oh,
you know,
whatever
any
you got.
Yeah.
Kosher.
Kosher salt.
Yeah, I mean, kosher. I mean, that would really probably.
All right, we're gonna have to swing by Jerusalem, or at
up
least
some-
find Morton,
Pick up
get
some
his salt.
knishes. Pick up some knishes while you're there. Maybe we'll run into Mel Brooks. His cart.
Part 2.
You guys have departed Amsterdam. You're heading generally west, I think.
Towards France, whichever way we
front,
think
yeah.
is going to get us towards the dragon, I suppose, right?
Yeah, we're trying to cut them off, right? I mean, that's basically
Yeah.
the plan. Is to try
Yeah,
to,
or at least arrive at the time of the meeting if things go poorly.
yeah.
Out of character, did Naldo share what he learned or not yet?
No.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You can see Amsterdam fading in the background as you depart. You head west. You're following a path wide enough for a wagon, for Balder's wagon. You're on raised roadways with water on either side and swamp on either side in some areas. The countryside is covered with a thick, mature grass and farms dotted around, interspaced between the roadways. Dotting the terrain are large copses of deciduous trees and farms. They're starting to take bright color in the fall. Smaller paths branch off from the elevated roadway that you're on, and they trail off to farms and to villages in the distance. The sun is initially obscured by the overcast sky, but it eventually slowly starts to creep out. And again, you're generally heading west. You have in your calibrated eyeball.
It's the West.
You may not know what it means, but you have azimuths and mils and degrees displayed. As the clouds clear, it's becoming warm and comfortable. It is, as I said, fall. The air smells of manure and crops ready to harvest. You're continuing on.
Every time the road veers to the east, I'm like veering off to the west, walking in like people's homes. No, what was I gonna ask?
It is quite lovely.
yeah.
It's not raining. Huh?
So, we go to France.
France, yeah?
For obvious reasons that we just learned from our new friend Draconis.
Yeah, so he doesn't burn us alive.
Correct.
It's a good reason.
And potentially
It's a very good reason.
fight a
One of the best reasons.
well, also to fight a dragon, not a dragon that could burn us alive. But I also recall that this is where we might be looking for the wrap of
A wrap?
a wrap for the spear of destiny, right?
Yeah.
Do we know anything about this wrap? So we get to France and we're looking for a handkerchief. What more do we know? Mattias probably knows more than the rest of us.
Matthias doesn't know.
There was somebody who had it. Wasn't like a. I thought there was one specific place with something to do with the Pope, maybe. I can't remember.
So I don't know.
I don't remember.
Would know.
But
It might have been a hill.
yes,
There are a lot of what are the guys with the crosses?
yes. So maybe we would have to do some
Knights
research
Templar.
while we're there
Right.
to find out. some information.
Look at the Knights Templar. Learn about them.
Are they there?
Who is that? Is that Simon? Is the one that would know? Is that why? Is that the problem here?
I don't know anybody but the three of us at this table right now. No, probably.
Oh yeah.
But either way,
would've been
but we need to find a wrap. So we should also plan on.
I thought we knew where the rap was. I just can't remember right now. But I thought we had kind of.
I think you guys had a general idea.
I think we did have an idea. I just personally
We had an
cannot
idea
remember.
where to
Out of
start,
game. I
at
cannot
least.
remember right
I
now.
think.
if I could see a picture of it, that might help. If we maybe stop at a library or something and do some research and take a look at it.
Okay, I'll look through Zyman's book as well and see if I can come up with any.
They're like they're bandages that were wrapped around something.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to bind it all together. So.
But we know it's in France for sure.
We believe it's in France.
All right.
You believe it's in France. You guys believe it's in France.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just hearing about this all for the first time.
Yeah. Well, look, as we're traveling, I'll be looking through Zyman's book. Just looking for any.
Yeah, I mean, there's
clues
loose
or
notes.
There were supposed to be the
Notes
instructions
of-
to the sphere,
Yeah.
so I don't
Yeah.
know what kind of
Spanish.
notes were on there. But
Right.
Better learn Spanish.
Let me see if I have those.
I don't think I know Spanish.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Back to me.
I've heard. I think I gave you a lot of the printouts, but I'm not sure. I forgot to look. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nope.
As did I. As did I.
Right.
As did I.
I'm just drawing a blank. I felt pretty good about us knowing exactly where we needed to go to find this. So I'm just drawing a blank right now.
So you faced the Red Dragon before?
I have.
There is no
if you
red
could
dragon.
call it that. I mean,
Maybe it was more pinkish?
no,
Rather than
no.
red?
It was red, but
There is magic.
it
that's-
it burned. It burned a lot, and we had a cleric that traveled with us that was quite good because I don't look burnt anymore.
Oh, I
But-
thought you were going to say the cleric.
There
turned
is magic
very
that,
crispy.
that would allow someone to change themselves into a beast such as that at a very high level.
I've heard of such things, but that's just fantasy, surely. A man changed to a dragon. Please.
When we fought Ghazi, the dragon attacked with him. I'm trying to recall. We spent a lot of time trying to get the medallion off of Ghazi's neck. I cannot remember if it was a protection or if that's what we believed
The one
was
that
controlling the
the
dragon.
one that Boulder had.
A similar one.
He gave
Yeah,
it to. Didn't he give it to you?
I don't think it's the same one because we did not get it off Ghazi's.
Didn't he give
Baldur
it to
has
you
it-
as
he has
like
it-
proof?
He has it in his armor. Oh, but he did
Oh,
not
he
give
sho-
it.
he showed it
me,
to you.
Yeah. That wasn't the same.
It is
one,
embedded
was it?
in
It's
his
the same
armor.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, that's Ghazi's. He embedded Ghazi's thing into his armor.
one. Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Who knows why? It's very strange.
I thought that we originally thought, because Baron wasn't there, but I thought the idea was that we thought it was protecting him from.
That's what I thought.
to be able
I
to be
couldn't
in the
remember if it
elements.
was we thought it was protecting him or if that we
I
thought
thought we
that was
believed
helping
that-
to control the dragon.
I
Because we
thought,
thought the
like-
dragon was being controlled.
Yeah, I thought the dragon was being controlled by like some sort of like oath or some other reason. Like
Yeah.
there was some other thought process that were made us think that the dragon was being controlled,
Yeah.
like as a servant of him somehow. But
I do not have your
Okay.
papers.
All right.
I can, when we take a break, I can print them out,
Yeah.
but I do not have them.
I'll find the other notes I have.
Okay. You continue on. You pass some smaller villages, and eventually, toward the end of the day, you see a city up ahead, a small city up ahead. The sun is starting to set. What do you do?
excellent timing.
Looks like a good place to stop. Is this the city
As
you were
good as
running
any.
to during the fight? This is where you were going to go?
Where I was going to go.
Yeah, when he got in your head when we were in the refinery. Remember when you ran away? You ran away.
Do we know what city this
name?
is?
And Gulela had to chase after you,
I mean,
beat you up a little to get you to come back.
There was a little bit of a border.
Don't you remember? You remember running away.
I remember leaving.
You
and
remember
I
running away?
I do remember.
You know, I don't remember.
do not know where he was
Layla
going.
beating me up though. I don't remember that part.
Convenient.
You weren't there.
Yes, I was. She told me later all about it.
The Baron asks somebody on the road,
Yeah.
and they tell you this is Breda.
This is not the city.
Breda.
This is not.
You're about Where are you heading?
France.
I think we.
Well,
may-
you're going the right way.
About how many more days?
Where in France are you going? Just to the border? Maybe.
Maybe Paris.
Oh,
Let's say Paris. Well, that's where the meeting is taking place.
Oh, right.
So at the very least, we have to get there. And they're coming from the south, so Paris would be before them. So we'd have to go through Paris either way to get to them.
Okay.
So that's at least a good gauge of how far away we are. So Paris.
Paris.
Paris, maybe a week at the most.
Not too long.
Fabulous.
About a week, yeah. You're about a day west of Amsterdam, yeah.
Yeah, we came from there.
And okay, and
Yeah.
about a day to the further west is Antwerp, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good luck to you.
Thanks. Any good places to eat?
Not really.
Oh. Unfortunate.
Well, we appreciate your honesty and candor.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I'm glad I could help. I guess.
Should we look for a place to
Good
stay
day to
for the
you.
evening, or should we stay out on the road?
I prefer a roof over my head whenever
I
possible.
think we can do a roof. We've got another week of travel after this.
Okay.
We've been staying in your crypt for a while.
Well, this is it's good.
Yeah, someplace not damp, you know.
Very good. That's
I don't think
fine.
my clothes have been dry in quite some time.
Let us go then.
Königsberg.
All right.
You go inside and you find very quickly a couple what are clearly inns, nothing special. There's not even a sign out front other than a mug hanging from a metal rack. You guys find a place very easily, an inn to stay in for the night if you want. The sun starts to set. It is
good.
early fall. It sets pretty quickly.
Yeah,
What was the name of the town?
Brennan.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything we need to do while in the town?
I don't think so.
Nope.
You need to get any arrows?
I'll always go
fletching?
looking for hours. Yeah.
You know,
Go shopping for hours.
something like that.
It's pretty late in the day. You walk around a little bit. You
hours.
probably don't see any shops open at the moment, but you suspect there might be a Fletcher open in the morning. You pass one.
Well, it seems they turn in early around here.
What is the city like? What is it?
It's a. Go ahead.
Is it large? Is it small? Is it like? I mean, does it look pretty orderly? Like what is the?
It looks very orderly. It's clean streets. It's not a walled city at all. You walk into it. It's exponentially smaller than Amsterdam, where you left. And compared to some of the other cities like Sigut or Venice or Salzburg, it's very, very small. The streets are cobbled along the main streets, and then off on either side they're dirt streets. The buildings are about 2 to 3 stories high, typically wattle and daub, and that's about it.
We shall find a place to keep the cart for the evening.
Okay.
Have the horses attended to,
Sounds good.
Yeah.
and then we can get some food. Perhaps if there's a chapel in the city, I may go for a quick visit.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. Have fun. Maybe we can find a place to get a bath.
Usually the inn.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be a good place to start.
It's usually expensive because they don't like heating up the water.
I know.
Yeah. But you do smell.
So do you. And especially this guy right here.
It's the crypt. I'm telling you. It's mildew. There's like mildew on my skin.
You guys venture into the nearest tavern. You find there's a couple scattered around. Somebody. I'm sorry?
The closest one.
The closest one. A gentleman from across calls out, Guten Abend, wie geht's? Hello, how are you? Calls you over and he says, I'm Joseph. Comes over with some mugs. What are you looking for?
Just some food and a place to stay for the night.
Oh, yeah, we have that. Just the 4 of you then? 5 of you?
Sure.
5 gold. That'll include drinks and something in the morning then.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Sounds fantastic.
Chalk it off.
Sure.
It looks like a very pedestrian, if you will, inn. There's some people around. Nothing raucous by any stretch of the imagination going on.
Yeah. I mean, it's not lively, but it is nice and peaceful, right?
Yeah.
It's a good change of pace.
Yeah.
No giant tower.
It is a reminder that the life continues. It continues to move on.
Oh, yeah.
The evil in the world is not spread everywhere yet, from what we can tell.
I've been lots of places. There's lots of evil everywhere.
Yes.
But there's lots of good, too.
Yes. Some cities may be still unaffected. This is what we are trying to protect.
Well, we better move quickly then.
Yeah.
We don't want them to make some kind of pact, and it'll be much harder.
Yes, we shall leave immediately in the morning.
We need to move fast.
Yes.
We need to take
We
care
may
of this
want
in
to
a fortnight.
refresh tonight, but we may want to spend the next couple of evenings on the road, continuing to move.
Agreed. Because, again, we only have a fortnight to
Yeah.
take care of the fake red dragon.
Yeah.
That could be tomorrow night for all
Sounds
we know.
easy. Sounds easy. You don't think we can do it? Now that the champions of the sun have Naldo with them, it should be easy.
I mean, we've come a long way since the last time, but we had the champions of the sun was different then, and Borinth. We had Borinth, and
You still have a man of God. You said you had a man of God that helped you with all the burns, so we have somebody to help with the burns.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
Matthias's armor, look how shiny that is.
We have the Lord
Yes,
on our
but-
side.
I do keep it very shiny.
It does bring to question, however, if we do encounter this red dragon again. Matthias, last time we fought him, you did not participate in that encounter.
What are you talking about?
This is troubling. Are you afraid of dragons?
You were worried, if I recall, about...
Well, can you blame me? They're huge.
Well, no, I believe... I believe, if I recall, that you were afraid to take any action for fear of striking war on behalf of your liege? With Ghazi.
I remember that exactly.
Yeah, with Ghazi. You were trying diplomacy in a situation where diplomacy was not on the table anymore.
No. You're thinking of when we were actually in Ghazi's.
Yes, when I was dying and being reborn and then dying again and then, begging, Matthias, help us, save us. We're burning. There were bodies and blood everywhere. He was eating people in front of us and you were still refusing to fight.
Severely misguided at the time. I am no longer of that mindset.
I do believe there may be some significant trauma that you have experienced. If you'd like to discuss.
I thought we were past this.
Well, we are. I just want to make sure that, should we find ourselves...
It is
So you're
healthy.
just driving it home like a carpenter hammering a nail.
It is healthy
Just
to discuss your
remind
feelings and
me
let
that
them out.
That I nearly failed in upholding my oath to aid you all.
I just want to make sure that if we come across a similar encounter, that we can count on you.
Yes.
This is very good. We are making progress.
Then already the champions are in a better place.
Of course, I reserve the right to find them legitimately fearsome. Though.
The fake red dragon.
No, the real dragon.
Red dragons do not exist.
They're not real.
They are not real.
That seemed pretty...
I'm with Draconis. It has to be some kind of construction.
It was a very good construction, then.
You never met the other one.
I mean, you were too busy burning to really look for seams.
This is true.
This is true.
So maybe it was a construction.
Yes.
I promise you this time.
Neither
The
of you
next
have
time.
seen the first dragon we encountered.
Well, I believe this may be the same dragon. Do you think he's gotten bigger?
Maybe.
No, they were different dragons.
Perhaps he ate the
I'm
other
not talking
red,
about the one
invisible,
that's flying
pretend
around
dragon.
now. I'm talking about the one that was back in Serbia.
I think that's the one that's come. I don't know.
No, that one I think was black or blue.
Oh, okay. Blue.
Serbia. I don't know if I was there.
And
That's way before.
he threatened us into attacking a vampire.
Oh.
Well, not threatened outright, but strongly implied that it was in our best interests.
Well, this is good. We want to destroy the vampires.
Yeah, that's good.
Are there
I
easy
think that,
ways to take down a dragon? Or easier ways, I should say?
This I do not know. I
don't know that.
That was the first dragon that I have ever encountered.
This one just now? The black one? Draconis? Yeah, that's my first dragon.
You've never met a vampire dragon?
No.
What?
Not
Why would you even say such a thing?
Vampire
Just making sure.
Do you know how much salt we will need
That
for
would be
that?
a lot of salt.
A lot of salt. All right, well.
Joseph brings over some large wooden bowls with a thick gloop-like substance in it. And it's got potatoes, and it has a meat that most of you probably... Give me an investigation check.
Probably don't want to know what it is.
Probably don't. Ooh, you got a 9.
Got a dirty 20.
Rolled a 3.
19.
Yes, you guys look closely at your gloop.
I think we found enough salt for the dragon.
He says, "Is this good? Yeah, it is good. Good, excellent.
A little chewy.
No, it shouldn't be chewy at all. It's very, very.
What is it exactly?
It is frog.
Oh,
Yes, there's a lot of frog
Delicacy.
coming from France. Very, very good frog coming from France.
I've
It's
heard
very,
they're-
very chewy.
I've heard they're known for it.
Yes, delicious.
Maybe they have too many frogs.
Well, they do have a lot of frogs. So there's a lot of frog meat on the market.
Fabulous.
Yes. But to stew it has potatoes and I know it's disgusting, but even some vegetables in there.
It's good. It's very good. Very good.
Excellent. He sets you up with some rooms for the night. You guys spend the evening. Is there anything you're doing per se?
Nope.
Seems pretty quiet in there.
Kip will spend some time whittling before he goes to bed, and that's about it.
Okay. And you guys
Spend
get
a
up
little
the
time. Going through Zyman's book as well. That's one of the. I'm just gonna kind of continuously be kind of poking through it.
Okay. I mean, you find Zyman's. It's a thick, bound book, leather book with heavy-duty metal spines and a lock that goes over it. Thick pages, and his notes shoved inside where he had tried to translate some. And it looks like he's about 2/3 of the way through his entire translation. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be
sorry?
mostly reading
So close.
his translations. I'll just keep kind of reading it and probably end up falling asleep
Hope you know
while
Spanish.
I'm reading it or something.
Okay. You're reading through it. Mattias, are you doing anything?
resembling keeping watch, basically. As, with armor dispelled and, as inconspicuously as possible.
Maddie is walking up and down the hallway.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's safe, Matthias. You can go to sleep now.
Are you sure?
Famous last words.
He is not. He is not accustomed to
I mean, it's up to you, but
non-hostile.
the food is horrible, but the beds are comfortable.
All right. I've never been this far west.
Okay. The evening, except for Matthias's evening, passes uneventfully. You guys wake up the next morning. You can smell something cooking good from downstairs.
I wonder how they're making the frog today.
The frog's over easy.
You go downstairs, and it looks like fried frog, almost like bacon. You can smell it. It smells crispy, like somebody had mixed in some maple syrup with it, in addition to some eggs and thick brown bread. It's very, very good. And Joseph says to you, "Where are you headed from here?"
Oh, making our way towards Paris.
Okay. Well, good luck. Just continue west, pretty much. Then the main road, it'll take you there. Okay.
Any news on the road to Paris? Any pieces of information we may be wanted to be wary of?
I mean, the English and the French are always still fighting. I mean, just avoid their battles, you'll be fine.
Okay, this is helpful.
Well,
That's what they do. They really like it.
the next town west of here, about a day's hike from here, is the town of Antwerp and Burgt. There's a rumor there's a giant there. I mean, silliness.
A giant.
A giant, yes. But, it's just an old wives' tale, I think.
That sounds interesting. Well, maybe we'll stop there. I mean, it's about a day. Sounds like a good place for dinner.
A giant Antwerp.
He's not a twerp, he's a giant.
He's Antwerp.
No, he's a giant. He's not Antwerp.
He's a giant Antwerp.
Fine. Have it your way. Well, thank you. Have a very good day.
Yes, you too.
The frog is much better crispy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, leave us a good Yelp review.
Sure.
Ye old elf.
Farther west I go, the stranger the world becomes.
Just wait till you get to California.
Isn't that a mythical land spoken of in Spain?
I hear there's hippies everywhere.
What does the mythical realm of the Caliphs have to do with
I
anything?
believe it's Haight Ashbury.
That's where you'd be hanging.
The
Baron would be
The
there.
Baron.
You venture forth, and the next day, you continue. The terrain just kind of levels out and becomes much more open at this point. Much more wide open.
No more canals? Are we still on like raised roads?
No, it starts to level out. The canals start to disappear. The swamps on either side starts to disappear. It just becomes pretty flat terrain. There are large forests on either side, but in between the large forests, it's just wide open land. The weather right now is absolutely gorgeous. The sun comes out, the trees have all different types of colors, and you continue west along the road. There's traffic coming and going, and you get the sense as the further you progress along through the day that you're heading toward a much larger city. Probably not as large as Amsterdam, but a significantly larger city than Breda that you were just in. You continue toward it.
Yeah.
You continue. As you do, slowly a large city comes into view. This is viewing it from the ocean side, if you will, a bay side, if you would. But a large city, a fortified city, hence the Burgt, a walled city. And you can see beyond, much as you did in Amsterdam, a lot of ships' masts, and must be a large port on the other side of it. As you're approaching it, in the distance, the sun is setting, and you can see the city up ahead.
Is it a guarded entrance, or
Yes, it is. It is a walled city. As you approach the entrance, you can see a guard just taking tolls from everybody. He seems to be collecting a few silver from everyone who enters the city.
I'll take a quick look around and see if I see any of the wanted posters that I saw in the book.
Roll an investigation check.
Uh, 15.
15. You do see a couple posters there on the side of the entranceway, this large entranceway. And the gate, the main door is down, and there's an inner door that people are passing through. And you get the impression they're going to have to open the larger gate for your cart to enter if you're bringing your cart inside the city. And they're plastered on the wall, some of them peeling back. You recognize some of the wanted posters.
Do I see any with the champions on them?
You see one in particular that looks like. Bear with me 1 sec.
I wonder if we got dragged into this yet.
No, not.
I think I'll just be.
You're setting off the metal detector.
Yeah.
There you go. You see that up on the wall.
Dang.
It's kind of peeling back at this point. It's not in the best of.
You might want to just keep your heads down a little as we pass through. Well, not you.
Skip and Matthias.
Oh no. What is it now?
You should never have seduced that senior citizen. Take this very seriously.
I didn't even do anything.
I did not seduce the senior citizen.
It was all Balder. We know. We know it was Balder.
Well, let us pass through the gate. We pay the toll and we will keep a little profile.
You are only guilty of poor acting. Or so I hear.
Still think that that's highly offensive.
You guys pass through the gate. You chalk off 5 silver from Baldur's hoard. And you meander through the towns. And up ahead, you do see a couple taverns. One looks kind of seedy. The other one looks kind of middle of the road.
Which one looks the busiest?
Maybe we do not.
Probably the one on the right.
All right.
We should be continuing onward. We do not need.
I agree.
Unless
We could
there's
sleep on a
anything in
boat.
particular.
Don't
Like
just
if
sleep
we
in-
need to see like a library maybe
What, you don't want to
available
sleep?
here.
I don't need as much as you do.
We can sleep out on the road.
I mean, maybe I think a little more might do you good.
We,
I'm good.
All right.
I do not know why we.
Do you even sleep?
Yes, I
All right, good.
require some sleep. Yes,
Upside down?
standing up. But,
In a bed.
yeah.
No, I mean a library maybe, or we could do that when we get to France.
Yeah, that would
we should
be-
probably look to acquire a transport. Is this the port? Is this the right port? Is this even where we need to go?
We were just to the
To go to
road.
France.
France is landlocked.
Yeah, we go.
I
go
don't know
across
where
the
we
land.
are.
We just take this. We take the road
We'll take
directly
the
to. We take this road to France,
Okay.
to Paris.
Can we have dinner?
We're the worst tonight.
Why did we pay to come in here
direction.
if you want to leave?
To pass through.
Don't think.
This is Antwerp now. That we're at?
Which is the name of the city again?
You can go around without.
It is Antwerp. Yes.
I mean, I don't know where that is.
I mean,
I
we're-
just gotta
I mean,
start
we're
looking
here.
up. I don't see any giants.
It's just
Let's go. We'll go get some food. We'll go get some food and a drink, and then we shall perhaps hit back on the road.
I think you want to stay.
Okay.
Comfortable bed. What? You're going to like rock in the carriage? That sounds horrible.
I don't need as much sleep as you do.
What does that have to do with comfort?
Comfort. I am comfortable on the road. I am not comfortable in cities and towns. I don't like them.
What's wrong with you?
I appreciate nature. Not this man-made
Civilization?
fortification of cities, and it's just, people are gross.
Science and architecture, the wits of man on display.
The trees
Doesn't do it for you.
No, trees and nature, hunting.
Yeah, we chop down the trees and we hunt the animals and we build cities.
Yes. No.
We take
No, what do you mean, yes,
the
no?
raw
No.
resources that the world gives us,
See?
and we shape them.
See, Matthias knows.
No, we should protect them, and we should honor them.
That's what forestry is for. That is why lords own forests, to preserve the land.
Yes.
To build more things. To build boats and
this,
machinations of war.
This filth. This is what you strive for.
This city is pretty clean. I have seen much worse.
Dumps a bucket of piss out the window.
You venture into the city, or you're already in the city.
we're already in
you,
the city.
you have an inn in front of you.
Yeah.
It's the name of the inn. You as you approach it, you see the sign says "Trink nicht zu viel."
Whatever that means.
Those
Sounds
of you who
good.
speak German, Germanic, know that it means don't drink too much.
Okay.
You go inside the inn, and it seems like surprisingly,
Reverse
given its.
psychology.
I'm sorry?
It must be reverse psychology.
Well, no, don't tell me what to do. I will.
Hey, unusually, it seems pretty rowdy inside. You venture into the inn. There's quite a crowd going at it there already.
See? What more can you ask for? Come on, let's have some fun.
Peace and quiet. All right. I'll go
There seems to be different games going on and what have you. You venture around trying to squeeze your way through. Eventually, you find a seat, and a young lady comes over to you and she says, in Deutsch, "What can I get for you? Was haben Sie? Möchten Sie etwas
Tell
essen
him
oder
we'll have,
trinken?"
some food and some stuff to drink.
Okay.
Come on. Come on!
I'll tell her that we need some food.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to get some food and some drinks, but I'd have some wine.
Wine.
Yes.
No, what?
Here we go.
Wine, yes.
Some port and some.
Just some wine. It's just some wine.
The last time we were in a place like this, I got hit in the face with sausages.
She looks at you strange, picking up on little bits of what you're saying. I'm assuming you're speaking in adventurer's cant or
Yes.
something else.
Yes.
She disappears, and you guys are sitting there at the moment waiting for them to bring food over. It's pretty crowded. And a table right next to you, there's someone telling a story. And he said, the person says to another one, a young woman lived near Groenplans in Antwerp. She had 4 lovers and boasted that she could handle a 5th. One evening, she invited the 4 lovers one by one to her house. 1 hour before the first lover arrived, someone knocked at the door. It was a man who introduced himself as her 5th lover. He invited her to take a walk with him. Meanwhile, Lang Ofer hid in the woman's house and used his shape-shifting ability to assume the woman's form. As her lovers arrived, you can see everyone's raptured by this story. Lang Ofer assigned them different tasks. The first was sent to the cemetery to sit under the big cross. The second was told to lay down in a coffin under a cross. The third was to knock on the coffin until someone turned up. And the fourth was to walk around the cross with a large chain. People are starting to roll their eyes listening to this story, wondering where it's going. He continues on now. The 4 men and the woman all died. The first was scared to death when the second one crawled into the coffin. The second man was scared to death when the third knocked on the coffin. The third died of fright at the noise of the chain, thinking it to be the devil. The fourth man ran into the house of the woman, who was by now home from her walk to tell the story. The woman was so scared that she died of a stroke. The fourth man was driven insane and drowned himself in the river Scheldt. The fifth man was revealed to be Lang Ofer. And everyone kind of like, oh. And then they continued drinking.
Have you ever heard of that? Did you hear that? I feel like the 6th man died from listening to that story.
What did he say? It was a what?
Lang Ofer.
How's that?
That was his name.
That was his name?
Yeah,
That was the name of the 5th lover.
yeah.
The 5th lover, who was a shapeshifter.
Okay.
So now we got giants and shapeshifters in this town. Or
I mean, it was
we
only
just
a
have
story.
stories.
It was only a story. I hope it was only a story. Makes me a little more cautious about picking up any women in this establishment, I tell you that much.
The barmaid comes back with your drinks.
winks
She
at
brings
you.
in a pitcher of wine. It's in a ceramic carafe. And she brings over a large bowl with several cups with a large, it looks familiar, like a stew made with, you can clearly recognize frog's legs and potatoes and vegetables.
All right.
And she says in Deutsch, and looking around to see who understands, can I get you anything else? Do you need anything else?
No, this is good.
She walks away. Well, greetings. Welcome
Few more
to
days and we will become amphibians.
welcome to Antwerp, and don't let Lang Ofer get you. And she turns and walks away.
What's a Lang Ofer?
You haven't heard the tales of Lang Ofer.
I think I may have heard a tale of a Lang Ofer.
There is more than one tale.
Oh, there's lots of tales of Lang Ofer. Yes, he's a giant. And he haunts the streets of
The
Antwerp.
streets within the city.
It's a
Yes.
shape-shifting giant?
Yes.
How do we not know that you are not Lang Ofer?
You're funny.
Just what the Lang Ofer would say.
When is the last
Exactly.
time that he has been seen?
I don't know. Some people believe it's just a myth.
But it's very likely.
Probably true.
Okay.
Well, let's
You
eat.
see multiple games of chance going on around the room. The food is very good. It's very, very tasty. It's probably not maple-covered frog bacon, but it's still pretty good. The meat is tender. The potatoes are finely done. And there's thick bread to scoop it up with if you so desire.
I will go investigate some games of chance after I am done eating.
What if Lang Ofer is a giant vampire?
The thought did cross my mind.
A name like Lang Ofer. There would be some big fangs.
You could just
A lot of
shapeshift
salt again.
into a vampire.
Good.
Just like shapeshift his teeth.
Maybe. Are you prepared for these things?
While Naldo goes play some games of chance, I'm gonna just stroll around, listen in on conversations, things like that.
Okay, you stroll around, you hear myriad of conversations about the local politics and traffic and business and shipping and what have you. Every once in a while, you hear people jokingly say, as somebody downs a drink very quickly, "Don't let Lang Ofer get you." You see, Naldo sees a large board hanging on the wall. It's a three-dimensional carved and painted wooden face of a noble on an oval board. As if wincing in pain, one eye is closed and the other is wide open. His mouth is slightly agape with a bit of a grimace. The entire face is pockmarked with thousands of tiny little holes, though some appear to have been filled in from time to time. You see several people getting some darts ready to throw at the face.
I'll go up and see how the game is played.
It's the game is the Emperor's Eye. He's the Holy Roman Emperor. No one here likes him.
That makes more than one of us.
The center hole is 30 points. The nose, the closed eye, and the mouth are 20 points each.
Alright.
The rest of the face is 10 points. And the remainder of the figure is 5 points. And
alright.
obviously nothing if you don't hit it at all. Are you in?
Sure.
Do you want to? Are you any good?
Maybe.
Someone comes up. He says, "I'll challenge the newcomer."
All right.
He says,
What is the wager?
I'll go easy on you. 10 gold.
That's what I was thinking. Perfect.
10 gold it is.
This should be something to watch.
You each get 5 darts.
Okay.
And roll away and tell me what your rolls to hit are.
A natural 20.
Ooh.
But
your total
would
with all your
be
bonus.
24. A 12. A 5. 18 and a 14.
So you had go through them again one more time.
24.
A 24 is 20 points.
14.
A 14 is 5 points.
I can't remember.
I don't remember.
The one was below 14. I think it was like 12.
Like
five
there was
more
a five,
points.
there was a 5 in there that was 0, I'm sure.
Okay.
And probably another one that was 5. So I think they were all middle.
Okay, and the last one is 5 points.
Yeah.
And he got a whopping 5, 10, 15, and 40. He got 55 points.
I only got 35 points.
But
But I got the eyeball, right, with the 20?
Oh, you got the 20. I'm sorry. You got. Yes,
With the
that was
24.
another 30 points. Oh. So what's your total?
65.
So that's 65 points.
65. Thought you wanted a ringer.
Surely luck. Surely luck.
Very well. He hands over 10 gold. Do you want to go another round?
Surely. Shall we make it 20 this time?
Fine. 20 gold is his. And he rolls away. He starts. And he got a natural 20 as well. And he's got one went right into the eyeball. Another one hit the nose. A third one. And the next one hit the face. The one after that hit the face. And the one after that hit the, he got it onto the nose again. So you got 20, 40, and 40, and 60. He got 70 points.
All right, I got a 6 to hit.
A 6, you got, that's with your bonuses?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's worth nothing.
0. I got a 10 to hit.
A 10, you hit the rest of the face.
That's 5.
For 10 points.
10.
I'm sorry, you got a 10, that's worth 5 points.
Okay. A 19.
A 19, you hit the rest of the face for another 10 points.
22 and a 21.
A 22, you hit a closed eye for 20 points, and you hit the mouth for another 20 points.
Here you go. 55.
Excellent. And he goes, well, at least you deserve a drink on me. And he hands you a large mug. Cheers. And he knocks drinks with you. He continues, and then he ventures off to spend some of his recently acquired money.
I will hang around and socialize with civilized people. And have a good time.
Social interactions make me awkward.
They make you awkward?
It's not the social interactions that make
me
you
feel awkward.
You're watching the Carpathian Adventure in 7-Sided Die, and we will be right back. I'm gonna go.
My name is Jumnus Dawnflower. I used to be a merchant sailor until I was shipwrecked on a strange island and killed in a sacrificial blood ritual. In the moment between life and death, an otherworldly goddess of light came to me, offering me a second chance at life if I swore to enact her will upon the world. Now I travel with the champions of the sun, looking to right wrongs, vanquish evil, and earn the new life I've been given.
Aha! Hello, friends! You can call me Louvier Moreau. I come from the beautiful country of France, of course! Traveling as a salesman. Banished from my home, where by the hand of my twisted sister, my father was killed, and I was implicated. Mon Dieu, how low I've come. But in that low, I found the champions of the sun. Although they may not smell like sweet wine, they are honorable. Mostly.
My name is Virexin. I am a monk who was exiled into Greece after fleeing my homeland. I was sent on a quest via a dream I received. I went in search of great heroes I saw in the dream to help stop some monstrosity from wreaking havoc across the world. I found those heroes in the champions of the sun. Now I strive to gain their trust so they can one day help me defeat the vile beast that threatens everything.
I'm Aldrich, and while I grew up an urchin in the narrow confines of Venice, I never seemed to fit in there. Except for this music box, my past is hidden to me. Now north of the Alps, I feel I'm closer to home, wherever that might be. Near the Untersberg mountain, I discovered these intrepid adventurers. Though they're blazing a dangerous path, perhaps they might help me discover who I really am.
I am Mikolash, a monk from Romania, and sometimes too curious for my own good. My scars tell only part of the tale. Having witnessed cannibalism in my village, as a child, I fled, never to return. On my own, I stole from others to survive. A monk caught me and offered me a better way, but I abused their kindness. Now I walk alongside the champions of the sun. Will they be my own undoing? Or have I finally found the path I was meant for?
I am Borinth, the cave bear. I come from a tribe of barbarians that once lived in the mountains of the Badenweiler. While on my sacred spirit quest, my tribe and family were attacked with none left alive. I now seek the power to avenge my people. With my rage, I grow stronger, and with the champions of the sun, I seek a path to restore and preserve my people's culture and rid this world of any evil that stands in my way.
From the kingdom of Aragon, I am Simon Val. I ventured forth with few possessions and little coin, save an ancient tomb I searched to decipher. But I've struggled to find clues, and at times, food. While freezing in the Alps, fate crossed my path with a shining night and the champions of the sun. Having aided me in a desperate time, they have earned my service and my friendship. Now, using my wizardry, I fight by their side.
I am Edric, and I am from England. I spent most of my youth in the Navy. Climbing the ranks, I was granted land and title. However, I did not fit in. A heretic to most. I fled, leaving my wife and children behind. In a city on mines, I met a group that changed my life forever. The Champions of the Sun. In time, perhaps they might help me reunite with my family.
You're watching the Carpathian Adventure on 7SD Die. We rejoin the party in a tavern in fantasy version of Antwerp.
Kip will be sitting there eating, kind of looking over at Naldo having such a good time and not understanding that I just don't get it. Yeah, he'll sit there and try to continue just to listen to any other stories. He's intrigued by Lang Ofer.
Kip doesn't realize that the Baron is standing right behind him. And he goes, Kip.
Dang it.
I did not mean to startle you. You frighten easily for...
I was deep in thought.
A man who is from your people. I find it interesting that we were just discussing the other day about the shapeshifters. And here we find ourselves surrounded by stories of such things.
Indeed. I was thinking it might be worth trying to look into to see if there is any merit to it. Where I'm from, they don't go by shapeshifters, but changelings are a thing. And they can be dangerous. They can be tales of their own. And not understanding them, that could put us at a disadvantage if this red dragon is not a red dragon.
Do they usually take on the attributes of what they change into? So if a changeling transforms into something with a particular skill, does it inherit those abilities?
I guess it depends on the changeling or the shapeshifter, how much research and practice they do, but from my histories, I would understand that it is very difficult to tell, but there are tells sometimes, because they shapeshift into loved ones and children and family members, friends, and sometimes you'd be hard-pressed to know that you are talking to one.
What was his name again? I always forget. I keep forgetting.
Lang Ofer.
Lang Ofer.
You know how you can remember?
I demand to find out more about these Lang Ofer.
You shouted out.
I demand it.
Look over at you, and somebody says to you, and you just might find him on your way home tonight.
What would he look like?
It's a good thing we're staying here.
That's a good question. It depends on what he wants to look like.
Tell me more. I wish to know more stories.
The Lang Ofer, he breaks the necks of those who drink too much.
That's why it's called Don't Drink Too Much.
I take my L and I just give it to Naldo.
When was the last time
Another round.
The vampire was spotted, or there's any stories? When is the most recent story?
Just a couple of days ago.
In the city?
Yes.
I wish to see where he was spotted.
Just have a few more and venture out into the street. You'll be fine.
Naldo, drink some more. Another round.
I mean, okay, but we could just pretend like we drank too much. To have our wits about us.
That's a good idea.
I mean, it's just a thought. But one more round.
The young lady sees your hand go up, and she brings over another large pitcher of wine. The wine is very, very good. It's almost like a wine beer, though, more like a lambic than a wine or than a beer itself. It's sweet, but not like sickly sweet, and at the same time, it has a heartiness that comes with like a beer. It's a good drink.
Very tasty. All right, well.
Going through your notes that you had of Zymon's book, you found that the physical translation of his book looked much like that. Well, not translation. The book itself, the text in it looks like that. It was very, very difficult to read.
What are you talking about? I can read this perfectly.
You can read it perfectly. And you can see going through Zymon's notes that he had translated it to this.
Aaron's got a cipher to start working with.
And then somehow he had worked through.
It's very difficult to fathom the brain.
So he had worked through that translation to this variation on that theme.
He seems like a very smart lad.
Got it.
And then not finally.
Oh, okay.
And then he worked further through it in his notes and he got to this variation on the translation. He kept translating it and translating it. And then finally he ended up with this text. With this text that says, "The demon killer shall absolve our sins and drive away all strife. For now we drown, having forsaken our souls for everlasting life. In castle tall, the shaft yet stained with blood, the petals marked the same, yet twisted forever. More its family ever barks their name. The emperor bears the point when regalia is donned on he, as the greatest dragon gave his life so that man would be free. The chambers of his heart may fire a charge from which none but Bar's stoutest may flee, yet require Guillaume's sins, wrapped in band, to permit the binding of the parts for thee. Illuminated, Alan will none last. To avoid darkness, all must act fast. For triumph, 4 must charge 2 rods, or 3, 4, or 2, 6. If you fail, the world will fail, and a greater demon shall call, and all join Charon in Styx. And then, if that wasn't cryptic enough, there are the word Zaragoza written 3 times with codes after it. Zaragoza 060295. Zaragoza 0613934. Zaragoza 0391167. That's as far as he got.
Did not have the Powerball tonight.
Are those coordinates? Is that what they were?
Yeah, I think so. Think so. But you need to know like what you're looking at, what the reference is. The reference would either be the sun or the moon. Celestial body. Or something like that.
Did I recognize there's a name in there?
Like if you had navigating or something.
Charon?
You recognize it. Or if you have an eye that like
Charon.
direction.
I'm supposed to understand that stuff.
No, you can't.
Would I have recognized that name at all? No.
Zaragoza?
No, Charon.
Roll an investigation check with advantage.
Charon.
8. We're horrible.
You think it has something to do with, like, hell. But you're not sure. You think you're either going to have to take some time to run through some different ideas or maybe get some help with it.
Okay. Definitely gonna keep going through it. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it doesn't leap out at me about knowing where to head for the wraps, but it mentions the use for the wraps. But I do not know where we would find them in France in particular. Perhaps if I go to a library, I can use the maps or the star maps to see if these Zaragoza. Would I know the name Zaragoza? Would I know what that is?
You would, because you in speaking with the party, you know that Zaragoza is a city in
Spain.
Well, it's Spain, but it's Aragon.
Okay. Okay.
Where Simon was from.
Yeah, but okay.
That way I have that.
I don't know. I don't know what the numbers mean. Okay. I'll need to. The Baron will continue to work on that. Over time.
Okay, you guys continue to drink and imbibe and have a good time.
You ready to go for a walk and find the Lambrovupo or what it is?
Yes. But
Yeah,
you walk out in front of us and we shall.
Does Langervaber mean anything in Dutch?
I don't know. Does it?
Just a name.
It's just a name. Okay.
I don't know. You're asking me. I don't know. You don't know these things. You speak it.
Okay, where are we headed though? We're just gonna go for a stroll. Let's just go for a stroll through the town. Is it evening yet? Is it?
Oh yes, it's very late at night
all right,
now.
perfect.
You guys have been sitting in there, and it's probably very, very, very late at night now.
Okay. Let us play a little game of cat and mouse.
I don't remember seeing that up there.
It means you go walking out and we shall follow at a safe distance, a hidden distance. You shall be the bait.
Yes.
You have
This is because I am so good looking.
Yes.
That is exactly what it is.
I understand. Matthias, make sure that they follow close enough that I do not get hurt.
In the shadows, we shall.
I will make sure they do.
Thank you.
Can you help us maybe stay hidden?
I can. It smells fun.
All right, I'll walk out like 60 feet in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Can I help you? I cannot.
You don't have pass without trace?
Not anymore. I got rid of it.
One time we wanted to use it.
You know what? When I used it last time, it was so ridiculous that I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Oh, okay. Why was it ridiculous?
We went through the house.
Oh,
remember?
that's
And it was
right.
like,
Oh, right,
and then
right.
we jumped down and we all fell on ledges. And Stuck
Okay.
heads in windows, and you know, it was like.
Okay. Well, either way, we'll stay in the shadows.
Very quietly.
As stealthily as we can.
Yeah. I silently stick my head
I'm
in.
good at. The Baron is good at living in the shadows.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
What we do in the shadows.
I mean, I can make myself invisible.
No, it won't be necessary.
I guess I'll start walking towards like the port area.
Okay.
We've lost the rhino.
Reconnecting.
I like that it's like 13-year-old Reiner.
Okay, you venture out into the streets. It is dark, but it is dry. The sky overhead is clear. The narrow confines of the streets look something like this, except much darker. You're wandering the streets. What are you guys doing exactly? How are you playing this game of
We are
cat and mouse?
just staying back 60 feet and just kind of creeping along in the
or more,
shadows.
whatever, yeah.
You moving along in alleyways and just staying while he's kind of just.
I will act like I
in the
am
streets,
more
singing songs and
inebriated than I actually am.
Yeah.
You're walking out in front of the group, walking a little bit more inebriated than you are. Say about like that, we'll say for the sake of argument. Wandering, you see a couple other nobles up ahead of you, just off to the side. Let me just stick some minis out there real quick. Ignore who they are. They might have been somebody from another time. They're kind of out there just kind of like stumbling along themselves. Moving along. And they're going a little bit slower than you are. What are you doing?
They're going the same direction I am?
They appear to be, but they're kind of like wobbling along. You're slowly gaining on them, if you will.
I'm gonna come up behind them and put my arms around them.
Okay. You're up behind them, and they're like, they speak to you.
You need to watch out for Lang Ofer.
Tiny wee.
I know Lang Ofer.
As you guys are stumbling along, of course you hear a guttural sound coming from, echoing off the walls in the. Echoing off the walls in the area there. You hear this guttural noise. Ich habe dir gesagt, dass ich dich nicht brechen wird, wenn du noch einmal trinkst. And he said, those of you who understand Deutsch, I told you that if you drink again, I would break your neck. And you see this figure emerge, just literally emerge from the wall right in front of you. Roll initiative.
Look at that thing. That thing's awesome.
Is that considered a humanoid? What is that considered?
Sure.
Sprites on him?
Wow, I finally got a decent initiative.
You see this massive figure, and he just sort of emerges from the wall itself. And flittering around him are these two little, it look almost like pixies, if you will, with this little trail of dust behind them.
I will. I'll tell the two people, run! But they don't know what I'm saying. So I'll just kind of like push them.
It's the rage
down the road.
This guy's name. You know what I'm talking about?
I got a 15.
Okay.
16.
Ooh, look at you. The bad guys have a 16.
That's unfortunate for them.
Let's see if we can't get Reiner back.
Reiner!
Yeah, it just says reconnecting. It didn't even give like a call back option. No bother. No Galero. No Mattias. Oh, we got 16, 15, and a 14. Look at that.
Yay! Huzzah!
Hey!
He's back.
Roll initiative!
Roll initiative! We're gonna die! He's like, I leave you alone for 5 minutes and you're
I'm guessing
fighting.
the opponents are going to go first?
I don't know. You tell me. What? I didn't see. Well, what is
sorry.
Mattias?
Kip was 16, and the opponents were 16.
Their deck sucks.
Okay.
So Kip can go first.
Okay, so Mattias, what's your initiative?
18.
Ooh, nope. Never mind. You just flipped the script.
My knight in
friend.
shining armor.
Literally. Cavalier. Which apparently was a kind of paladin in earlier editions.
Did not know that.
Who did not get lion hands and could not use ranged weapons.
You got Mattias, Kip,
Charming and fear and poison.
Mattias, Kip, big ugly dude, Naldo, and then the Baron.
All right, Mattias, you guys are like 60-ish feet behind me.
Oh, that's right, we are about 60 feet.
Okay then.
Okay,
You're up.
You are up. Mattias, I know you weren't with us, Reiner, but it is dark. It is nighttime. You're in a narrow street in Antwerp, and they had been talking about Lang Ofer in this tavern, and Naldo, pretending to be drunk, was kind of the bait, walking out in the street with and he ran into two other nobles, and this emerging from the wall, this giant figure, probably about at least 20, maybe 24 feet high, massive figure, emerged from the wall, shouting at them in German. And you are up. You are about, I'm gonna guess, wait, there are hexes there. They're kind of hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're about 10 hexes from this figure. So you could.
Being 5 feet.
I'm sorry, sir?
Each hex being about 5 feet.
Yeah, so you could dash and get there, or you could move 6 and stand still, or you could do something else.
Would summoning my armor back be a bonus action?
I don't remember, but we're gonna go with that for now. Sure. I don't remember what you have the rules on that.
We were kind of going out looking for a fight. This wasn't like unexpected.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Yeah. Then I'll assume that I have my armor out already because I did have the content, the realization that this was going to be happening. Then I'll draw my sword using my bonus action and dash forward.
Okay, you dash forward. You are at the base of this creature. This giant, and as you get up closer to him, you realize he is absolutely immense. He has this pinkish gray skin and his huge hobbled back, and he has these two kind of ethereal-like creatures flittering around him. Okay, who's up? Kip, you are up.
Would Kip recognize the ethereal-like creatures as fairies or sprites, pixies?
Sure.
He will run up and in Sylvan say, "We do not mean to fight. We seek information." Let's see if that warrants any response.
Who are you saying that to?
I don't know that the giant. I would not assume that the giant would understand me, but if the
So you're saying it to the two sprites?
Yeah, or if any of them, just to see if any of them actually understand.
Okay, so move your figure. You're moving up.
Oh yeah.
How far?
Probably
30
about halfway,
feet.
yeah.
Okay, and you shout up to these two ethereal-like creatures that are kind of flittering around him, and one turns to you. Roll a persuasion check.
There's my persuasion. Persuasion. Oh, this is not good. 4.
Guidance.
You're up to an 8.
Okay.
At the best.
Let's try it again.
Sure.
Guidance. And that's with what?
D4.
With a D4.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna use my Fey dice.
Ooh.
Oh my god, they're like falling out of my hand. Woo. 10, 13. That's better.
13. The one pauses and flitters towards you and comes closer to you and kind of like hovers over near you. And yeah, she's looking very keenly at you, or it, or whatever it is looking very keenly at you. That is what that one is doing. It's just, it doesn't seem to be attacking you. Yep. It's just kind of sitting there.
Scoping me out.
The other one that's up on his other arm flitters around and then just opens its mouth, and this blast of noxious greenish yellow dust plume with sparkles spews forth from her mouth, engulfing the three of you down there. Roll a con save.
Which? Oh, down there.
Too bad it's not dexterity. Could have used evasion. No. I got a 10.
A 10! You fail. You take 28 points of poison damage, and you are blinded.
The one I just found.
Yeah. You are blinded.
I got
blinded. Okay.
The other two guys are. They both fail. They're like screaming. Lang Ofer himself roars, and he reaches down, and he's going for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He reaches down and he tries to grab Naldo, and he reaches down and he picks you. Let me see. Roll a strength check, please.
Is it a grapple? Can I roll acrobatics?
Sure. You can roll a grapple. Absolutely. And beat a. Yeah, it's 29. You gotta beat. He reaches down. He grabs you.
No talking here.
Huh?
No.
And he hurtles you down toward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He hurtles you down toward Lycoa.
Oh, no.
You go flying toward Lycoa. And you slam. Let me see if he. Huh?
That's better than being close.
Actually, he misses Lycoa, but you slam on the ground. You go about 30 feet, and you take, and it's just the force of the blow as he heaves you against the ground. Give me a dex save.
I mean, at least you never saw it coming.
That's true. I was limp. Nice. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Nice. Nice. You take from the blow and you take another 21 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are prone.
Can I use uncanny dot? Oh, no, I can't see him. Never mind. 21 points of damage. Got it.
Okay, that is the opponent's. Naldo, you are up.
Oh,
well, you are prone, but you are the initiative. The Baron is on deck.
Man, that's
followed by Mattias. Mattias, you're up after the Baron.
Not great. Not great. All right, I guess I will. I'll stand up. I still can't see. Yeah, so I'll just kind of like hunker down. And just
okay,
and
you can roll a at the end of each round. You roll a subsequent save at the end of each round on your with a con save.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, for the blinded condition. Okay, and that is Naldo. The Baron is up. Baron, what are you doing?
I just gotta check one thing quick, just because I forgot how far away I was. Okay. Gonna walk a couple steps forward next to Kip.
Okay.
Control your beast. We wish to just talk. And I will put his hands up, and the shadows will all start to collect around the giant and just start circling around him. I'm casting hold person on him.
Okay.
So it is a wisdom DC 16 save.
A DC 16 wisdom save. And he's got a +9
to wisdom.
Yeah. What does he get?
I think that's a
6?
6, yeah.
+9. He's a 15. He
15.
failed.
Yeah.
Oh!
And so all like these shadowy hands just start to wrap around him and just completely cover him, and he is paralyzed.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
We've only wished to talk. If you do not listen to us, we will be forced to destroy you all.
Okay, roll a persuasion check with advantage. You said paralyzed he is, correct?
Yes, he is paralyzed. Persuasion.
I'm never being the mouse again.
15.
A 15. She seems receptive, or it seems receptive. I keep calling it. It seems receptive. This fluttering thing kind of like skitters around in front of Kip, and then it turns and it seems to be kind of facing you. It seems it's like it's listening.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And the shadow is it connects, like the shadow just connects from the Baron all the way up to around, so it's pretty creepy looking. Like
Okay,
this
is
shadow is all over
grayish,
me, yeah.
blackish shadow swirling around this
Bony hands
massive.
just kind of controlling it, like keeping him like in check, just controlling.
Okay, Medius, you are up. What are you doing?
I got a 21 on my con for blinded.
Excellent.
Good.
You are
unblinded.
yes, you are unblinded, and you are no longer prone. I think you.
My place in relation to the various combatants.
So you are standing next to this, what clearly was a giant. I mean, a huge giant. And right now, there is this swirling black mist swirling around the giant, and that you heard your compatriot, the Baron, cast, and suddenly it's engulfed this creature, and it's kind of holding him fast for the moment. You are right next to him.
Okay, and is that the only enemy I know of?
You see flittering up around him, but probably out of your sword range, probably about 10, 15 feet in the air, there is a flittering creature of some sort with small wings.
Okay. So this giant is humanoid in shape?
Yes, very much so. Very much humanoid.
Okay.
And it's currently.
Well, it's a good thing I read the Iliad, because I know exactly how to deal with people who are too big for their sandals. and Matthias goes around and swings at his Achilles tendon.
Okay. You swing away, roll to hit.
You get advantage because he's paralyzed.
Yes. Does that do anything with hold person, by the way?
No.
Okay.
It's just hold for the duration. Doesn't matter if he gets hit or not. And he automatically fails strength and dex saves.
Okay. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mattias.
27 to hit?
A 27 hits.
Yeah, so paralyzed is incapacitated.
Yeah, it came out.
And it automatically fails strength and dex saves or saving throws.
And that's 13 damage.
Okay, a 13 damage. 13 points of damage to it.
Wait, hang on. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit. If the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Okay, awesome.
So it automatically crits.
Okay, if it hits, you got it. Yep.
Any hit.
Yep, you hit. Pull a crit card.
Maximum damage.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's 16. No, not 16. Yeah, 16 damage.
16. All right, roll again.
Target loses 10 feet of movement.
25 to hit.
So that's
25
another
hits. Yep, critical, another critical.
Oh, no. Sorry, Tom.
I'm
Double
sorry.
damage. That's double damage.
In that case,
That's 32.
I roll and then.
Oh, no, then he rolls. That's right.
Take double the result, correct?
Yeah.
That is 20 damage.
So these also have conditions to them, Tom. I don't know if you want me to.
Sure, read them off.
I rolled a 2 plus 8, so that's 10 times 2, so 20.
So he loses 10. If he lost 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
Okay. If movement drops below 0, he's immobile.
Okay, understood.
Okay, and then the other one, the head. DC 15 con.
Well, I
Or
think
be
it's gonna be
stunned.
kind of hard to hit his head, but okay. He's good.
Okay.
And then I have my second extra attack.
Yes,
Yeah.
roll away.
And that
So, how much damage did you do? I've kind of lost track.
He's up to 36.
36, understood.
That's a 23 to hit.
A 23 hits.
That's another crit. Triple critical.
Ooh!
Draw 3 cards from the critical hits deck. The attacker decides which one of the 3 cards takes effect. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You decide which one. So you got triple damage, double damage, or triple damage.
Sounds like triple damage.
Triple damage.
So triple damage to arm. DC 18 strength or drop an item. DC 18 saving throw.
Okay, he doesn't really have anything in his hands. Okay, he fails, and he's got a cow in his hand, and the cow drops on the ground.
Another 42 damage.
Another 42 on top of 36. So 78 points of damage. Okay, anything else, Mattias?
No.
You may want to call your creatures off.
That is Mattias. Kip, you are up. What are you doing?
The auto crit only counts if you're within 5 feet melee. So just so you know.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to
keep doing.
I'm
keep
trying
working
to
it.
negotiate here.
Yeah, keep working it. Keep working it. Because this thing is swinging and hitting, crushing
Yeah.
people. So that's why I'm.
In Sylvan, I'll tell her. I have no weapon in my hand. I get down on both of my knees and put my hands up, and I say, "We are looking for information on a changeling who can form into the appearance of a red dragon. We will spare your beast if you aid us."
Roll persuasion
Guidance.
with advantage.
Here's my guidance. That's a 1. 13, so 14.
It seems to be going back and forth between watching what's going on and watching you. It's flittering around, and that's what you see at the moment in your conversation. They are up at this point. The one that's in front of you disappears, invisible. The one up on top of the beast, seeing Mattias just wailing away at it, sits there and breathes on Mattias. Mattias, give me a con save.
Okay then. Constitution save. That would be a +8. So D20 +8. 15.
A 15! You feel this like you're standing there and this tiny creature opens its small mouth and this noxious greenish yellow dust plume filled with little sparkles spews forth. Kind of very Disney-esque, but in a very, very creepy way. And it engulfs you. You take, I'm sorry?
He can fly, he can fly.
You take 28 points of poison damage, and you are blinded.
Oh, great.
Okay.
So the giant rolls the wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
at the
saving
end of his
throw.
turn.
What did he roll? Plus 9.
Another- 9, yeah. So
18.
Yeah. So
So
he breaks from the whole first.
you see him at the end of his turn. He kind of wrestles free from it.
How many damage do I take again?
I think I said 28.
28, yeah.
Okay, that is the opponent's Naldo. You are up.
Kind of wiping the pixie dust out of my eyes, regaining my sight.
Naldo, I cannot control him any longer.
I couldn't control him before.
Hold it, Captain.
I cannot hold it, Captain.
And I guess I'll just grab my hand crossbow and shoot at him. Would Mattias count if he's blind?
Sure.
I think so. 19 to hit.
A 19. Your arrow goes flying across, jab, and it sticks right into him. You hear him wail.
18 points of damage.
18 points on top of the 78. Okay. Anything else, Naldo?
Just some heavy breathing. Making sure,
Did you get-
like feeling crushed ribs.
Did you get a sneak attack?
Yeah.
Okay,
'cause-
that was in there? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that was in there.
Okay.
Because Mattias is within 5
Good.
feet. Yeah.
I just
And
want to
it
make sure
just
you
kind
don't
of
get cheated on.
like feeling all the stuff that's not in the right places anymore after being thrown like a rag doll 30 feet through the air.
Okay.
Kind of put my hand on like Koa in front of me.
Licks your hand.
The Baron, you are up. What are you doing?
Okay. Let's see. I will. I will say to the sprite, "This will be your last chance."
It's invisible now in front of us.
Oh, is it? Did it?
It
Did
went
it vanish?
invisible
Oh,
on
I
our
didn't
turn.
catch that.
But you think it's still there. I
This will be your last
it's invisible,
chance.
so I mean, you still have fluttering noises and
Sure.
Alright.
and footprints.
This will be your last chance. I encourage you to save the life of this creature now. And I will
roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna be good. Persuasion. I think it's a flat roll for me. That is a 17.
-1.
-1. Yeah.
It says to you, what does your friend want to know about changelings?
There is a changeling, possibly a changeling who is acting as a red dragon who is coming to these lands to destroy. They are in line with the vampires.
Where is this changeling?
It's on its way to this area. On its way to Paddy, we believe. We just want to know how we can stop it from killing innocent lives.
Okay, that's probably your round. She doesn't seem to do anything. That's the Baron. Mattias, you are up. You are blinded there. You're standing at the base of where you knew there was a creature in front of you a moment ago. You think that you sense that there's movement around you, even though you can't see, as if whatever was holding it in place somehow was broken. So it is, you think that it is probably not moving, even though you can't see, you can sense it around you.
He gets another con save because it's the top of the round or end of the round just started again.
Right, but I think it's at the end of his round.
Oh, it is.
If that makes sense.
I got you.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me just double check. I don't want to cheat you. May attempt subsequent save at the end of each turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, then Mattias will attempt to. I'll make an attempt to make an attack in the direction I knew the creature was before.
Okay, just roll to hit with disadvantage.
And that. Okay, then 12.
12. You swing. You can feel the wind.
Wait, no, I misread. That's an actual 1.
Okay.
That's even worse.
That's even worse, but that's cool. Somebody pull a
Kills one
fumble
of-
card for him.
Kills one of the other drunk guys.
Yeah, probably.
That still have not run.
Hit ally.
Ally.
That's
So
one of the drunk
you
guys.
feel your sword connect with a figure. Whack. And it's probably a yelp. And then a clump.
Hit someone.
Poor guy. I like how
You gotta roll damage.
They haven't tried to run away.
You gotta roll damage.
They're probably blinded.
They're just scared.
Yeah. They got bonded when you got bonded.
12. You heard a yelp and you heard a clunk on the ground.
Making another attack.
Okay, understood.
15.
A 15. You swing and you feel it connect with what feels like a tree trunk, which you felt before. You hit.
Okay. 13 more damage.
13 more points of damage on top of it. Oh, as your sword cuts into this tree trunk.
And my final attack, a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 hits with disadvantage, correct? Okay, roll. How much damage is you're just swinging so far blindly, but you're connecting all 3 shots connected. One you're pretty sure was not.
It connected though. The confidence is super high.
What you wanted.
16 damage on the third attack.
16 more. Okay. And roll a con save, please.
Okay. 25.
A 25. Your eyes suddenly you wipe some of the dust using your gauntlets. You wipe some of the pixie dust from your eyes and coughing it out of your lungs. And you look around and you see a clumped figure off to your left front next to this giant who's standing there in front of you. That is Mattias. Kip, you are up. The fluttering figure, you heard it talking to the Baron in a language that you guys both understood as well.
Kip, if you want me to destroy it, I can do it.
No. I'm still on my knees, my hands are up, and I will take my bandana off so my ears. And
Kip!
I will say no. We are both kin to nature. Please help us.
How can we help you?
Give us information about how we can stop this changeling.
You must beat that one unconscious because he was drinking. You cannot drink. He's pretending. And then, if you beat him unconscious, Lang Ofer will not break his neck. And then we will have an accord.
Okay. I will stand up.
What is she saying? I can't understand what she's saying.
I will walk over to Naldo and say, "It's nothing personal, lad," and I will clock him. As hard as I can.
Okay. Wham!
All right.
Might take more than you're gonna have to really brawl to really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he didn't see that coming, so you have advantage.
Even better. With guidance.
With guidance.
Holy cow, that's a 19 equal to 1 plus my strength. I don't have a friggin' strength modifier, I don't think, right? No, it's probably negative,
It's
so,
probably
right?
negative.
It is. So 17.
I'd say 17 hits. My armor class is 18, but I wouldn't be like holding my shield up to you as you walk over.
Clock.
But I was the mouse. Fall to the ground.
Okay, he falls
Like
unconscious,
I was
or at least pretending.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to roll damage, I don't have a ton left. I'm sure you'd probably knock me unconscious.
Oh,
Oh, you were down low.
what would I
Come
roll?
down to
Is
7.
damage
Oh,
for an
damn.
unarmed.
Just roll your
Communicate
weapon
these things to
damage,
me.
and because you're using the blunt edge of it'll say or something like that.
So 17. Oh,
Yeah, that'll do it.
11.
Yeah.
Boom!
Not enough?
Yeah, I had 7 hit points left.
Wow. Yeah. Non-lethal, Tom?
Yes, I understood.
I feel like
I
need to say
understood
this.
that. Understood.
Hey, come step into the room back here, Naldo.
Okay, that is Kip. The opponents, she's fluttering there, and she pauses at this point, and she sees you having knocked him unconscious. There seems to be some kind of unsaid conversation that goes on between Lang Ofer and the sprite-like figures, and he just sort of steps over Marius. He doesn't touch him, and the two, they walk up to you, and they're standing there. A changeling, you say?
Yes.
Where is this changeling?
We believe on the way to Paris.
And what is its form?
A red dragon.
There are no red dragons.
See, I told you there are no red dragons. It is pretending to be a red dragon.
I have seen it in such a form.
Then it is most assuredly a demon.
Not Fae.
A demon. Something from the depths of hell. It is an abomination.
Yes, indeed. Are you allied or opposed to such beings?
We're opposed to all those who are abhorrent. Drunks, things of evil nature. Yes.
It is on the way. So I warn you to either prepare or hide out.
Where is it? It should be destroyed.
Agreed. That is what we are allied in that decision. I do not know where. I was hoping you might have heard, but we do know on the way to Paris, and that might pass through here. No. On the way to Paris.
That is Kip. The opponents are listening. Naldo,
Hello, dark
you
eyes, my old
slowly shake it off, and you're conscious. You're at 1 hit point, and you're laying there, kind of like listening to this. Are you doing anything?
No, I'm not doing it.
That is Naldo
I've had
the
it with
Baron.
these guys.
What are you doing? Mattias, you're on deck.
Leko is nudging you.
I
He's
am
taking a protective stance over you.
I'm holding. I'm looking like I'm holding like a spell, like ready to go. And we only wish to stop this abomination. Your dealings here have nothing to do with us. In fact, this was just a ruse to lure you out so we may discuss this with you. Our friend actually was not even drunk.
It wasn't Paris, it's Marseille.
Marseille.
Yeah, the dragon was already in Marseille.
Oh, he was in Marseille.
That's like where I
Marseille.
landed.
Yeah.
Yes.
This abomination has been in Marseille and is headed north in this direction. We just wish to end this evil. Any way you can help, we would be indebted to you.
And how would we help you?
You are clearly formidable. However, just information on how you believe we may be able to stop this beast. A friendship.
If it is a demon, then it wants something. It's clearly traveling with whoever it is with for some other reason. But we would not know what that reason is.
We would not expect you to know the reason. We aim to find that out ourselves. But if there's any way you can help us.
Roll a persuasion check.
9. I'm not the one that should be trying to persuade anybody to do anything.
That is the Baron. Mattias, you are up.
Should be the unconscious guy on the ground trying.
You've heard the Baron and Kip. Probably they're a little bit far away from you, but you may have heard some of what they were saying, trying to persuade the sprites and or Lang Ofer, the giant. Did you hear the players speaking?
Some of it.
Okay, good enough. It's your turn. What are you doing?
Well, first I'm going to see if, from my perspective, it appears that the negotiations are working.
I'm going to say, roll an insight check.
We're definitely negotiating.
He just had a giant step over him.
Yeah.
Active.
Just roll a d20. Just roll a d20. Tell me what you roll.
Well, no, I know what my insight is now.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Okay, 18. The giant stepped over you and went over, and it's standing in front of the Baron and Kip. Well, you're actually facing its back right now. If you turn around, its back is to you. It's massive, towering back in this darkness. And you see them in the midst of a conversation, and you get the sense that there is a negotiation going on. Whether or not it's working is, you don't know.
No, we don't know either.
I will choose to have at least a little faith in my compatriots, and while not completely certain that this is working, I will allow them to continue the negotiations in the hopes that it works.
Very generous of you. Okay.
Maybe you should look at the person that you may have killed on the ground.
Can you see you?
But yes, that
Yes.
is also what I'm going to do.
You turn and you see the crumpled body on the ground next to you with a sword wound, and it kind of is like the greenish, yellowish sparkles on his face, and the from having been breathed on and your sword cut. You reach down and try to help him out there, correct? So roll a d20 for a medicine check, and you are +1.
Yep, that's another 18.
18. You think you bound his wounds to the extent that you can. Okay, that is Mattias. Kip, you are up.
I will say, it is an abomination that needs to be destroyed. I plan to go and meet it head on in Paris to confront it. Will you come, or do you have allies there that can help us rid this world of such a deviant being?
You're asking us to accompany you.
It would make sense to be allied in this matter.
Evil should be destroyed, but
This is the chance to do more than just punishing those who have had too much to drink. This you could make a difference. You
roll a
could make
persuasion check with advantage.
You know those times when Tom's like, "You never expected this was gonna happen." Maybe like tonight's one of those nights. 16.
16. They seem on the edge. They're like,
When is the last time you've had friends in this world who want to work with you, not against you?
roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Come on. 15.
15.
I rolled a 16. I get a -1.
That is Kip. The opponents are standing there. Naldo, you're conscious. What are you doing?
I'm gonna turn around and start walking back to the tavern.
Oh, okay. Baron, you are up. What are you doing?
I'm just kind of holding my. We can work together. In this town, you are a story, a myth, a folklore. You come help us destroy this evil, and you can become a legend.
He doesn't feel like a myth, I tell you that much. It felt pretty real.
Roll a persuasion check.
Naldo, get back here and talk to me, please. 16.
16. They seem like they're being persuaded. They slowly seem to be coming around to you. You're watching the Carpathian Adventure on 7-Sided Die, and we will be right back. Okay, let me... You're watching the Carpathian Adventure on 7-Sided Die, and we're back with the party negotiating with 2 sprites and a giant. We are at the top of the round, I think. Correct? Mattias, you are up. You bound it. You're listening to their negotiations. What are you doing?
Keeping an eye on the injured person mostly, while also trying to keep myself aware of whether or not negotiations have gone sour. Okay, so you're just kind of hanging back then. Yes.
Okay.
Shield up, of course.
Understood. That is Mattias. Kip, you are up.
So Kip is gonna get up and off of his knees, and he's gonna say, "We don't mean harm, allies." And I'm gonna, if he lets me, I'm gonna try to cure wounds on Langenvalper.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
I was ready to
rip
him a new one. I'm like holding it. I'm like,
yeah.
ready to go.
I mean, you may still have it. I don't know. But 7 points of healing on Langenvalper.
He's initially a little bit trepidatious, but when he senses what you're doing, he allows you to do it.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, Kip's healing is from nature, so it's destroying Langenberger. Summoning, his, Fey-like ancestry and trying to absorb nature or whatever nature he can summon in a city, of course, or a town.
There is an army of evil coming this way. Ghazi. He comes with a vampiric army, an army of vampires and demons.
And this is who this...
He wishes to take over the world.
This is who this demon supports. It is bigger than just one abomination. It is an army of abominations. Vampires. What are they called? Bohans and sloths.
Bohans and sloths. I don't know what. Tom doesn't know what you said.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I think I said. Well, I don't know if I pronounced it. That's the Celtic, Scottish devils and demons and
Okay.
succubi and all that.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
That's 14.
14. They didn't seem very convinced at that. They're listening to that, and they're standing there at the moment, and they're not doing anything. Naldo, you continue toward the inn.
Naldo.
I'll hear him calling. I'll stop. I'm not getting close to that giant. I got like thrown 30 feet, and I'm broken. I'll just kind of stand and watch what they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baron, you are up. What are you doing?
We wish to unite, to fight evil together.
Where do you plan to fight this?
We plan to cut him off on the road heading towards Paris. We must stop the dragon and his army of vampires. They will lay waste to the land, and they will curse it and damn the land. It will be a blight on all of these lands. And can I cast a healing word on Naldo? Well, as I'm talking to him, just kind of.
You tell me. I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a bonus.
I'm just saying because I'm talking.
Yeah, sure. If it's okay. A bonus action, sure.
All right, I'll cast a healing word.
Am I close enough? Yeah, like 30 feet away.
60 feet is the distance. How many? Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? 1d4.
You're close.
That's not gonna
Furthest
happen.
you're close enough.
I'll do it at second level. Try to get you some life in you. What is that? 2d4. Where'd you go? 4, 6, 10 points.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'll just
roll a persuasion check.
No, that's cocktail. It's not 5.
5. It doesn't seem phased. Mattias, you are up.
Okay.
I grow tired of this game.
So, what appears to be the current situation?
We're trying to convince the sprites that we want them to assist us in defeating this demon that is changing into a dragon. Because this group seems to be that they are against. What was you used the word to describe it?
I think just demons.
Abominations.
No, the people of the town, like how they're trying to stop people from being drunk and
Bad behavior.
Yeah.
They don't like bad behavior. Fun. They don't like fun. Fun police.
Yeah.
Fun police. Okay.
So we're just trying to convince them to align with us as opposed to fight with us, but we're losing them. In my opinion, I'd say we're losing them.
Yeah.
I can't roll high enough to even make a difference.
I think we're lucky to get away with our next attack.
I mean,
But
how much did you heal
seeing
it
that
for?
all of this is going down,
5 points of damage, 7 points of damage, something like that. 7.
I'm just gonna plug it. Just revel.
stands up and walks over and just yells, "Why waste your time and effort fighting us?"
Because
I'm not used to stretching.
The Lang Ofer speaks to you, and this gross breath comes forth from it. Because your friend was a drunkard.
Why do you say that?
He leans down into you, looking at you quizzically, wondering if you're toying with him. The sprite whispers, "He was drunk."
not sure exactly why you think we're friends with the dragon. I've been trying to stabilize this man over here that I accidentally nearly eviscerated for the past few minutes.
Well, with the dragon. With the dragon.
We have had perhaps, at least I can only remember having perhaps one encounter with this creature you are describing. And it was not a friendly encounter. I do not understand where you are getting this idea.
I'm gonna banish him to hell. So they can see. I got this.
That's not inflammatory at all.
That's Mattias. Kip, you're up.
Warn him.
I will say, I understand if this is not a fight you want to get into. We are going, with or without your aid. Even if you can send advance notice to anything, any connections in Paris that could help, that would be most appreciative. Until then, we can part.
Roll a persuasion check.
Guidance.
With advantage.
Guidance. There's my advantage. Both 11s.
Getting to give myself guidance.
14.
He said, we will help you. But what will you do for us?
I could ask what you would ask of us, and we will consider.
This is an unusual request.
But we can escort you home to Scotland.
They seem interested. Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
8, 12.
12. We'll follow you. You won't know we're following you. Just cry Lang Ofer when the battle starts. And then you will escort us home.
Yes. I will sigh of relief and...
Baron drops his hands down. I was about to cast something very nasty on him.
Are we allowed to drink?
I don't think...
These are important questions.
Yes, that's very important.
Mark doesn't know the right way to say it, but Kip would say something along the lines of like, the mother be with you, of Mother Nature. I don't know what that would particularly be like. May the Mother of Nature cradle you in her arms. Thank you.
She flitters around you, and then she goes and she flitters around Naldo, and you're healed. And then they go, and you see them fly right toward Lang Ofer, and Lang Ofer seems to like meld into the building, and you just see his form just kind of like flow into the stone, and they disappear.
I could do that. Oh, and I'll just kind of drop down, and I'll put my bandana back on, and slowly, and I'll
keep killing. Very well done.
I will turn to Naldo, as though I'm going to go heal you. I am sorry.
Oh, it's okay. That little fairy. Ooh. First she pukes on you, then she makes you feel good. I don't know. I don't know what to feel about her.
They can be very
Temperamental?
good allies,
No,
or
temperamental.
very terrible enemies.
Kip, you are an ambassador of your people today.
Well, you helped, Baron. That was impressive. Thank you.
I mean, I was the mouse.
Yes.
Without me, we never would have met them.
We actually...
I mean...
This is out of character. We actually had a plan to work, all right? So, let's just say...
That's true.
That never happens. It never goes like we thought it was going to go.
I mean, I dare say, though, was that really a plan? I mean, it was...
Well, yeah. It kind of was. I mean, not the resolve, but I mean, we knew we wanted to talk.
Oh.
We knew we didn't want to kill it.
Yeah, you were looking for shape-changing information. Yeah. You got
I didn't
some-
expect there to be sprites and stuff. That worked out.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. That was fantastic.
You guys are standing in the street. A slight rain surprisingly starts coming down in the street.
And I will say, the mother praises us for our good deeds today.
You call this praise? Let's get inside.
She's cleansing the world of filth.
We should buy these two gentlemen a drink.
Awful.
I think they'll be okay. That's the assistant to them.
Any flesh wound.
I think we should continue on.
I think we should get on the road as well.
Well, it's pretty late. I mean, in a couple of hours, that'll be morning.
Yes. So why delay? Let's go.
Okay, fine.
I am in agreement.
All right.
You could sleep in the cart.
I will sleep in the coffin.
I'll sleep on top of the coffin in the back of the car.
The lightning.
What say you, Matthias? Shall we get out of this town? Would you like to spend the night in a warm bed?
You guys start to venture outside of town.
Yeah.
You gather up your cart. A gentle rain is falling as you head out. You go toward the gate. They have to open up the main door to allow your cart to exit. It's raining, but you can pretty easily figure out with your eye which way is west. And you start heading west. And you continue through the rest of the night. The next morning, you're all very, 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 very tired. Everybody give me a con saving throw, please.
Ooh, a 21. That pixie really lifted me up.
Mattias, you too.
19.
7.
A 7.
Oh, I don't need to sleep.
I don't need to. I do. I need to sleep for at least 4 hours.
We'll stop soon. And
it's too late for that.
Mattias, just roll a d20.
Yep. I got a 7.
Okay, Mattias and Kip, you guys are just so tired, having been walking all night long. The sun starts to come up, and you guys each accumulate 1 level of exhaustion. The rest of you are tired, but you kind of push through it and manage to drive on. As the sun rises, you see another city off in the distance. Also, a fairly large city, if you will. But you realize that you're on your way. You're generally heading westbound as you left Antwerp behind. And you see another There you go. You see a rather large city. It looks like that in the distance. There is a road around it, and you can keep pressing onward if you wanted to.
Well, about what time of day is it?
Right now, the sun is coming up. It's lightly raining. You can hear some thunder, but
Okay, we made a good time.
well, you pushed on straight through the night.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it was probably 10 o'clock-ish at night when you left the city, and you just rode in the cart and
Traffic
straight
is
through
much
the...
lighter when you travel at night.
So you probably were traveling for a solid 8 hours, and you're starting to see another city come into view.
It's so late in the morning. I mean, if you're tired, you can sleep in the back. I would take the reins.
I can go to the back.
Keep going. You're the one that you want to make time and not.
Would
not have
would
the
them
comfort.
because we have the cart? Would they get a rest?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's got to be
Gotta be
stationary.
low
right?
coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to stop at another city.
Well, we should push on for a little
yeah,
while.
push on.
Yeah.
Okay, you push on
We'll
slowly.
stop tonight.
Yeah, early evening we'll
Yeah.
stop camp.
Yeah, you can.
Slowly, the rain abates. The clouds break up. You push on past that city. You see some traffic coming and going around it. It seems like a fairly busy city. And you continue onward. The day passes uneventfully, and you see another city coming into view, a different one. Continue on, or what?
Well,
are you
once
doing?
we get to about early evening, you know, like when the sun's going to start to go down, we'll just stop, even if we just are stopping on the side of the road to camp. If we end up at a city, then that's fine. We'll stop and we'll stop at the city. But I think it's all a matter of timing. I think, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I only really need a short rest. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Maddie,
and you know you
Maddie
could get a
does,
short rest out in the open, but to do a long rest, you're going to have to be in a safe haven.
Yeah,
city.
because Mattias has exhaustion too. So
Okay,
it
yeah.
doesn't-
So yeah, just wherever we end up, if there's like a city there by early evening, then we'll stop at the city. If we're out on the open road, we'll set up
Okay.
camp.
Well, toward the end of the day, we'll say you come across another city.
Okay.
Okay.
And this one, I don't think I have a picture of. Yep. You come across the city. It is not a fortified city by any stretch of the imagination, and as you come upon it, it's nothing special. Dirt roads, some decent sized buildings. Inside the city, there seems to be a lot of dragon motifs all over the place, with a green dragon, if you will. And you go inside and you find an inn. You go looking for an inn?
Yes. Modest accommodations.
Okay, you find an inn. In English, it roughly translates to St. Voltrude's. St. Voltrude's Inn. And you guys go inside and rest for the night.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably a pretty good place to pause.
Okay.
Everybody having a good time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome.
That is.
Mattias, Reiner, thank you for joining us here tonight. What was your highlight?
Honestly, the idea of honestly, I was kind of amused by the whole thing with Mattias getting blinded and accidentally hitting someone.
How cruel.
And then scrambling to try and fix it afterward.
Okay.
And then leaving before the person could wake up and, accuse him of anything.
Oh, well, very cool. I'm glad you played along with that. Thank you for doing so. And I don't know, did you ever roll your level 14 hit points?
Yes, I
You
did.
And what did they come out to? What are you
I
at?
came out to 149, and I lost 28 at my last count, so at about 121.
Okay. And what abilities did you pick up at level 14?
I believe, no, it was just an ability score. We went over this
Okay.
the last game, I believe.
Okay, you already added it. Okay, cool. 1,500 experience points.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Brian, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time.
What was your highlight?
I love it when a plan comes together. I mean, it was fun, like, going back and forth with the sprites, and I think it was cool. It was just like, we were not just hacking and slashing. We're trying to.
I was rooting for you, but I was trying to get some decent dice rolls out of you, so it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not the one for persuasion.
Who is
and
the
I was
one with
rolling
persuasion
good.
in the group?
Him.
Yeah?
It's the only one. And how is I think Ryan's?
Yeah, but plus
Ryan's
7.
probably pretty good.
I think Ryan has good
Yeah,
charisma.
not me. That's for sure.
It's charisma, right? That's what it's
For Eldritch?
No. For
No,
persuasion.
his intelligence is good. His charisma.
Persuasion is charisma, yes.
Yeah. I am not.
Oh, yeah, you're
charisma.
+7 with expertise, too.
Yeah.
Mattias is also +7.
Yeah. Whenever he, yeah. Nice.
But
thanks for speaking up.
Beating up on.
That's what I have written down here.
But no, it was great, and I was happy with Mark, like him kind of taking the lead on it.
Yeah, I know.
It was
That's
good.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fun.
Well, I thought it was more
My charisma's only
appropriate
+1, but my persuasion is at like +7.
Mark to be
Yeah,
running the negotiations.
good point. Very good point.
Yeah.
Very, very good point. Well, good. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, it was great.
4,000 experience points with a level difference. 4,000. Jabeda, you're missed. You were missed. Hopefully you're feeling better. If you're out there watching us, hope you feel better. Mark, did you have a good time?
Absolutely.
What was your highlight?
Oh, the whole session. This was fantastic. It is an opportunity where it's like you've got a giant. It's coming out. It's swinging, and it's like, can we try to negotiate here, right? And with just a giant, no. With sprites, oh, maybe, And I could have been at risk. It could have went completely south, and I could have gotten squashed. I don't know, but it was interesting, and I thought as soon as Maddie swung, we were done for. I was like, there goes all options of negotiation. It's over. We're gonna be fighting a giant. But now I'm picturing a giant versus a dragon, maybe demon dragon, and that could be really
at least lend a hand.
Yeah, that.
I like it. Could be. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I think it'll be fun to have
sprites swarming everywhere. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's demons coming out. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a little.
I think it'll be fun to have allies that aren't just soldiers, like basic soldiers. Like I think that sounds like fun. Like
it does. It's just
It does like
sound
cool.
sprites and giants.
Not what I was thinking, but it does.
It sounds cool. I don't know.
No, it sounds very cool.
Fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
And we're always talking about building an army, and
thank you for allowing the possibility of it. It didn't have to go one way or the other. It just the possibility was.
No, I think it's a cool idea. I'll be honest. The reason the sprites. Well, I got the figure, and I was like, how can I use this figure? And it's I thought it was a wickedly cool figure.
Yeah,
and I was like,
awesome.
I was like, well, the sprites will be, I never like just single character combats because it's just action economy is just brutal against it. So I was like, well, they'll be like just to help balance the action economy. So that was kind of my thought process. And I'm happy.
Tom.
I'm happy with the way it went. I'm very happy with the way it went. But I also wanted to give you guys like one fight with all of your resources because I know some people hate with a passion gritty realism, but I'm never going to change. But so I wanted to give like one like standalone fight where you had all your resources and. But it doesn't have to go the way Tom.
But that's the thing about the gritty realism is that we are afraid to do anything because we have them all right now.
Well,
but
that's cool.
How long are we gonna have them for?
Yeah, but
that's what I like.
But I guess that forced us to try to be creative in a different sense.
But I think we were also
hack
looking
and
at the
slash.
larger picture of everything.
Yes.
Like,
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It's very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays, how this goes. Very, very cool. You're level 12, correct?
Yes.
2,500 experience points.
Each is worth 100. All right, sweet. I'm gonna put one in because I'm gonna level. I'm at 47,000. I need 48,000. Oh no, I need 10.
You need 10, yeah.
Oh crap, that's right. I don't know why I was thinking there 1,000. Never mind.
Look at this stack that Mark has.
Whatever, man. He'll get a next level. Next game.
Okay, never mind.
If they're like one away, then I might,
You stingy. Well, I would need 6. 6? I would need 6 of them.
Exactly. Look at Reiner's stack.
Look at Reiner's stack that he never uses. Never used. Look at that.
Why did I forget to?
Yeah. Well, I need XP to level. Look at all these. Look at them all.
I have a short stack, and I'll give you one.
Look at them. You never use them.
How many do you need?
I just gave you one.
I need 4.
I'll give him 4 of mine.
Okay, there you go.
I used 2 of them tonight now.
4. Really? Really, Mark?
Well, yeah, there's one over there.
Jess, what was your highlight?
8, 9.
If there was one.
I'm having a great time playing Naldo.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I like the juxtaposition with the Mark wanting to be outside and Aldo being more cosmopolitan. I enjoyed being like the games and stuff. That would be something that he'd get into, and I enjoyed being the mouse, even though it proved pretty dangerous for me. But it worked out. I mean, I guess.
Sorry, ding for you, right?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I could have been maybe more aware and like watch the drunk people instead of like engaging with them, and maybe I could have
awesome
saved myself some. But I feel like that's kind of like what
it was fun.
I think that's what he would do. You know,
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was
great.
Very, very cool. You're level 7 with the level difference bonus is pretty hefty still.
Yeah.
I think it's 5,000 experience points, which should be
That's a ding.
a ding and then some. A ding and then a little over a ding, right?
Yes, indeed.
Ding,
Level 8.
huzzah. Huzzah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Level 8 for Jess and level...
What are you, 10?
And level 9 for the Baron, right?
Yep.
Very, very cool.
Nice.
Ryan, we missed you. Sorry you had to work. Look forward to seeing you at the next game as we venture toward Paris and maybe see what happens here. Who knows? Guys, I had a good time. Thank you very much. I know Mark just disappeared, but I hope he's okay. Thank you very much. I had a good time. Reiner, thank you for joining us remotely. Brian, I know I was a little worried there at the beginning. I didn't know if you were coming or not. I guess you're learning a new commute.
Yeah.
Thank you for making it. Thank you for playing. Thank you for coming up with a creative way of addressing this particular encounter. And the same to Mark, who's not here, and Jess. Thank you for playing the mouse and being a team player about it. Very, very cool.
And getting punched by Mark. By Kent. That was the best.
And the fact that that's all you had left. Like, I had no idea. I thought he was like, he's going to be punching him for a long time. One hit, and you were down. I was like,
Well, he was. I mean, you did. You were breathed on, failed to save, and then you were thrown and took a massive amount of damage in the throw. So it was pretty brutal.
I didn't realize how much it was.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
It's going to take him a couple rounds to punch this guy out.
Thank you for watching Seven-Sided Dice Carpathian Adventure. Again, we'd like to thank Sirenscape for the use of their audio sound effects. That's www.syrinscape.com. Thank you, artists Yenu and Silky Noir, for the terrific character art. Please patronize them via the @Yenu Draws on Instagram, @Yenu on Tumblr and Twitter, and patronize Silky Noir on DeviantArt. Please comment in the Twitch chat room, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on YouTube. While we do this strictly for fun, please let us know how we might improve the stream. Lastly, please follow us on Twitch and on Instagram. Please like on Facebook and on YouTube, and please subscribe on YouTube. As we leave you, I'm going to go ahead and do a little periodic diatribe. Ideal group size, oft asked on Dungeons and Dragons and other RPG forums. What is the ideal gaming group size? In very broad, first, this is all my opinion. In very broad terms, the quote, right, unquote, size means everyone gets to participate. Their input is received, processed, and they receive feedback. In other words, the communication loop is closed. There is, most consistently, only one conversation happening around the table. As to the wrong size, if there are too many people, some may not be able to participate. There may be conflicting directions. While at the same table, the group may break up into subgroups, or there may be too many potentially distracting side conversations. If there are too few, the creative dynamic may not be as robust, if you will, or lively as desired. While Dungeons and Dragons and RPG groups are not business meetings per se, the dynamics are relatively similar, at least in my opinion. Both are focused and objective oriented. With that, the Clear Concept website says that 7 ± 2 is the ideal group size number. However, I humbly think that 5 to 9 is too broad of a shot group, so I want to try and narrow it down. Business blogger Dave Pollard outlines ideal sizes of different types of groups. He calls them support circles, sympathy circles, emotional circles, working groups, and enterprise groups. D&D or RPG groups fall into Pollard's working groups category. Pollard goes on to say that the optimum size of a working group is 4 to 9 people with a medium of 7. He contends that many studies suggest that this size is optimal for communication, collaboration, and decision-making. He amusingly adds that this number works well for dinner parties and poker games too. Lastly, Pollard says that groups with more than 9 and up to 25, which would be crazy as a D&D group, although I did run in our dining room one time for 12, I don't know what I was thinking, up to 25 get increasingly dysfunctional, with 12 to 15 actually being the worst. On the other hand, Amazon's Jeff Bezos has a 2-pizza rule. He likes his meetings to include no more than can be fed by 2 pizzas. Changing the channel from Amazon to CBS, specifically CBS News, in determining their ideal group size, CBS News highlights the movie The Magnificent Seven, about a group of crusty gunfighters led by Yul Brynner protecting a village from desperados. As you might guess, CBS News says the ideal group size is 7, even though it's Channel 2 in New Jersey. Anyway, the Harvard Business Review also says that 7 is the optimal number. And according to the book, quote, Decide and Deliver 5 Steps to Breakthrough Performance in Your Organization, once you've got 7 people in a group, each additional member reduces the decision effectiveness by 10%. I've run games with as few as 1 and as many as 12 players. I ran a group for a while with 9. Much as others espouse, my ideal number is 7, and that number includes me. Why 7 for me? I prefer a group of size of 7 or 6 players and me because I personally like the roleplay dynamic that occurs with 6 players. I believe that there will be invariably some players who are not always engaged, and there will be others who are the quiet ones who might be on their phone also if you're in that type of game. Furthermore, with 6, not everyone has to be, quote, on, unquote, all the time, but they'll have the opportunity to be. With 6 players and me, I believe there is an increased likelihood that there will be a lively, dynamic role play across the group, providing the players have an opportunity to be engaged if they want to be. Furthermore, if for some reason 2 or of the 6 players cannot attend, for whatever reason, I should still have 4 players at the table. 4 falls in Pollard's guideline, albeit at the lower end, and I believe 4 still presents a sufficient opportunity for robust roleplay. Just my opinion, though. Honestly, I don't enjoy DMing for less than 4. However, that might be just me. We're all social creatures at heart, and understanding what makes a group cohesive and effective is important. While certainly not the only consideration, the number of people in the group is one of those considerations. Before I lose any more of my players tonight, I will end my diatribe there. Always remember, in the Carpathian adventure, the journey is the destination, and we will continue the journey in 2 weeks. So for now, thank you for watching. Roll a 7-sided die and have a good night.
Play some Dungeons & Dragons!
Huzzah!